The people of Milwaukee are giving the leaders of their school district a piece of their mind. There is public outrage over the news. MPS is 8 months late on getting its financial data to the state, and it could cost the district millions in state aid. We have team coverage of tonight's board meeting. CBS 58's AJ Bayatpour leads us off with the latest from what was a fiery session tonight. AJ.
Well, Natalie, in the several MPS board meetings I've covered in recent months, the auditorium is never even half full. Tonight, a very different story. The place was completely packed. Every seat was taken. In fact, there was an auxiliary room created for the overflow crowd. At this moment, the board is in closed session to discuss the future of Superintendent Keith Posley. In nearly 3 hours of public comments, there were a lot of angry people, most of them calling for Posley to be removed, and a lot of the folks want the changes to go deeper than that.
As there's an ongoing investigation, it is too soon to share a timeline for when this work will be complete.
MPS Board President Marva Herndon holds a brief press conference in the rain ahead of Monday's special meeting. She announces MPS is bringing in former Waukesha Superintendent Todd Gray to help the district get its overdue financial reports to state education officials.
The board is limited as to what information it can share at the present time. So thank you very much.
President Herndon, is Keith Posley going to remain superintendent? She does not take any questions. During the meeting,
in my role in MPS, I don't get to be 8+ months behind on anything I do. I would have been walked out.
There is fury over the district's delayed and inaccurate financial reporting.
The vote would have been very different had the state not decided to keep its mouth conspicuously silent before the vote was cast.
The vast majority of speakers call for the board to remove Keith Posley from the superintendent's office.
Posley, financial department, and CO is starting to get walked out of here.
Several of the speakers say this latest drama is just the latest evidence of a district that has long mismanaged its money.
At what point, y'all, do we right this ship? Do we stop filling these holes with popcorn and actually start doing what is right for our students?
As the board retreats to consider Posley's future, the crowd remains furious. Once again, the Milwaukee Public Schools Board is in closed session. We do not know for certain if there will be a decision tonight on the future of Superintendent Posley, but beyond that, the other questions at this point are what that outside consultant will discover and what other changes might be coming to this district. For more on the public comment we heard tonight, Adam Reif is here with a focus on that very animated response we got tonight from the public.
Well, AJ, you're looking at the long-term effects here. We're also looking at what's happening right now for the district and the community. If the community smelled blood in the water a week ago, tonight they went in for the kill, but with a few stragglers still waiting to see what happens after this closed session, it's unclear if their outrage has affected any change, but that outrage started before this meeting even started.
We stayed in this district because we believed in you.
Maria Penniger could have moved away a few years ago. The MPS mother said she had a chance to move a few blocks into the Wauwatosa School District, but she believed in MPS administrators. But that's no longer the case.
I believed in you, but that is no longer the case.
Maria says her children are suffering because of the administration's mismanagement. Dozens of parents like her lined up Monday night to tee off.
The board has shown a shocking disregard for transparency and accountability.
The simple fact that Keith Posley and anyone in this finance department is sitting on this stage is gross.
Angry outbreaks forced the board president to go into recess after just one speaker. Outbursts continued throughout the meeting once they resumed.
Say bye-bye to the bad guy in this whole damn board, because all of y'all failed our children.
The board planned to discuss Superintendent Posley's employment status whenever the dozens of speakers finished, but in closed session.
It wasn't closed when y'all was asking for our tax dollars.
While some warned a firing would not solve all the concerns, many wanted someone to take the fall.
Superintendent Posley, you need to be man enough to resign.
Still others were ready to fight.
With all due respect, if you want some of this, we can go outside.
But hidden below the drama were families worried about their children getting left behind.
You're asking me to be a present parent? You tell me every time we need present parents, I do it. What are you doing?
Executive session started at about 8:15. We're approaching the 2-hour mark, but we are not leaving. We're about to head back inside and see what the board says when they come back out. We will try to get answers, of course, inside, but if we can't, we'll be following some of these board members and Superintendent Posley outside to try to get answers. We'll continue the coverage of this fallout of the MPS scandal for financial reasons as we go forward in the coming days. Live here at MPS headquarters, Adam Reif, CBS 58 News.